It's late, sorry about that. My name is Lee. Pronouns he and vibes tonight, but cheer they is fine. Yeah, today is my late night with Lee stream. So that was, let me do the thing. So live with 0 viewers. Okay, let me just, well, there's 100 things I want to do. But why don't first okay, yeah, let's do this. And we'll just, here, hi. I don't know if anyone is gonna come view, but, let's see. Hopefully someone comes. I do like it when people watch my streams, but, of course no one is ever obligated to watch streams. Right. Oh, yes, I forgot. Yes, I have a lot of, okay, right, we remembered this. Let's go with this. So, for those of you who don't know, I tend to do, on, what is that? I really hope you can hear me. I don't know what it, that should be, that never does that, so I'm gonna say that should be there. Yeah, let's set it like this. If anything, screwy happens, let me know. I'm gonna have to count on you guys, because I can't hear. I guess I could. Can't hear. I guess I could. Yep, okay. That works. I did check my own audio, which is weird. It is really weird to hear myself. I have a terrible voice. But I hope you can forgive me for that. There are a few things that I need to, and I will have to pause the stream at some point. Which is going to be right now, actually. I am very sorry to do this to you all. Okay, never mind. That is a mistake of mine. Okay, what I intended to actually do was to was that. But so, yes, I should bring up Warhammer 40k. For those of you who don't know, if that, I also made a new chart, which is kind of cool. Bloodline now, which I can show off. Yes. So. Oh. Nope, that's the one I need to open. I mean, I could open that too. We could run through it. Oh, that would be fun. We could have a lot of fun with this. Actually, yeah, no, I got a plan. Okay, neither here nor there. So I was creating a character on Warhammer 40k. I was doing that. I'm going to tell a few people. Let me do that. Okay, okay, I'm very sorry about that. So, here's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to pull the, we're going to do the thing where I pull that to here. No, just kind of, there, that works. Now we'll pull it to, this to here. Hopefully you can all still, and then we pull this open, And therefore I can see the chat room and still read the rulebook, which is useful. So, oh, I can bring up the that one and pull this open and bring up the origin chart. Oh, also I want to show off. I made this. So, other way, yeah. That. There we go. That's sort of pointing to it. There we go, right there. Hi! Welcome, welcome! You can absolutely lurk, or you can, tune in and listen. I've been, I'm prepping Warhammer 40k stuff. I am doing character creation. You never got back to me on whether or not you got tomorrow off. Also, not tomorrow, but the day after, Saturday. It's not, it's still Thursday for you. It's midnight over on this coast, so it's technically Friday now, but it's Thursday on West Coast. I know for a fact, because time zones are weird. Yeah. But, so there's that. But this, I made this new chart, of all of the Pathfinder First Edition Bloodlines, or at least all the ones that are in the core rulebook. I could probably drag up ones from other online sources if I wanted to. But this is a nice even 10, so I'd have to have at least 2 more to make it 12 if I wanted to, it'd be dependent on how many more. But I rolled up a Himbo Sorcerer, so I, on an earlier stream, but we're doing Warhammer 40k, which means I gotta bring up the Warhammer 40k. I'm gonna ditch Dice Camp for now. Yes, I have to bring up my Rogue Trader thingy, because that's the cool stuff. Oh, yeah, but I was going to bring up the origin chart, origin path. That would be this one. There we go. Show it off. Oh, yes, I was doing 100 other things. Origin path. Nope, that's simply everything. What I intended to do was I was going to do a character creation. So basically what I do for character creations is I go through the origin chart, and so we had been working on a new member of the Express Primus, the ship that I was telling you about last Warhammer day, which was Tuesday, late night. I don't know if any of you were there. So we started basically rolling a d6 to figure out where on this, oh, you can't see the, okay. Let's see if I can make this. There we go. Homeworld. We're just going to have to pretend I'm going in the other direction. There we go. Haha. So, Homeworld. And then we're going to go, we went down to Birthright, which we had figured out was Scapegrace. So, the way the origin chart works, that gives us 3 options for the next one, which is Tainted, Criminal, or Renegade. So, one of those things applies to us, to this character we're creating, and each of those has 3 subcategories, and each of those Lure of the Void has 3 subcategories. So we're going to roll 2d3s to determine what our vibe is why we are no longer serving as some sort of Scapegrace running around this Forge world, why we're stuck out in the void. So that would be a d3. I'm going to define the choices before I roll, otherwise, so we're going to define that as Renegade, Criminal, or Tainted. So if I roll a plus on the d3 here, I'm going to take the chart down for half a minute. And I'll read out whatever it is. I'll read the description of what it is. Dice cam. Okay, so we have a dice cam. So when I roll, you can all see what I roll. I'm going to move some of these dice over here to kind of shore up the... Yeah, I know it's not the best, most aesthetically pleasing dice cam, but there we go. Just kind of move those over there a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So, we have 3, and I'll bring up the, okay, now we go do the thing. There we go. So I have the stream chat set up to the side so that if anyone tries to say raid or actually just pops in and sends a message in the channel saying, hi, I'm here, I'll be able to know right away. So yeah. Oh, I am very sorry. They have a list of things you need. Okay, that's cool. Snacks. They list snacks on the things you actually need to play Rogue Trader, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Creating Explorer, Origin Paths. Okay, there's the, Life's on Forge World. I'm gonna roll, is what we're gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do is take this, fudge die, and I'm gonna roll it. And if I get, a plus, so, okay, I don't know if you know the fudge die. It's got 2 sides that are blank, 2 sides that are plus, minus signs, and 2 sides that are plus signs. See, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the minuses are here and here. The idea is that it serves different purposes depending on what you're working with, but one of the main things is it's a D3. So you can roll it if you have 3 to choose any, like, 1d3 damage, which a lot of Pathfinder cantrips do, which is what I've been usually using it for. But also there's Fate, which is success, failure, or blank, and that's what the plus minus blank side rolls for. There are other ones built in the same style that have 1, 2, and 3. But this is the one I have right now. I do actually have a 1, 2, 3 one somewhere in my bag of unusual dice, but right now we're using this one because it's out and in the dice tray. Minus. Okay. Now, which means criminal. Ooh. What did this character do to break the law? Okay, and then there are 3 sub. Alright, so I'm gonna go down. This is the birthrights, which we did. Lure of the Void. Here, I'm going to wanted criminal. Okay, cool. So there's a whole, because oh, also where are we going? There's a few things. Oh yes, I did write that down. Okay, and I did roll for my insanity points. Okay. So, oh, I'm very sorry. Okay. Criminal. Each of these points on the origin path has mechanical things. So I'm writing them down as I go. As I write this up. Criminal. So I got caught at something. The wheels of imperial justice turn slowly, but they will surely grind to a pulp any life caught in their path. To make matters worse, there are traps in the criminal underworld that will lead to far worse consequences than years of hard labor in an imperial penal colony. You are an individual declared guilty by imperial law or called outcast by crime baron you once served and have no recourse but to leave the life you once knew. The black paths of smugglers and renegades that winds behind the facade of imperial society offers a dangerous refuge for those one step ahead of justice, as well as those damaged by past punishment that they could never rejoin a law-abiding citizenry. Ooh. Okay, so the effect. Choose one of the following results and apply it to your character. Each of the things has 3 subcategories. So I was going to roll for that as well. So the first option is Wanted Fugitive, which means we are enemies of the Adeptus Arbites, but we are peers of Underworld. So we get any benefits that might be part of that. Hunted by Crime Baron. +3 bonus to Perception and Enemy Underworld. So Underworld is not our friend if we went straight and got them pissed off. Judged and found wanting. -5 Fellowship. Poor Craftsmanship Bionic Limb or Implant. That you can spend XP to upgrade. So basically, you got caught and had something amputated as a part of that punishment, and now have a bionic piece and get -5 Fellowship because you're misfigured. So that's a thing. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to assign this before I roll and write it down in the little margins here so that I don't cheat. And Wanted Fugitive, Crime Baron, Judged. Okay, so if we roll a plus, I'm going to roll it again on the fudge die. Yeah, I'm going to put, I always store dice with the highest side up. You can see 20, this is the percentiles here. I try to keep the highest side up and then 6 and 6. It helps them roll better. It's good vibes when you do that. Basically. And okay, sorry. I am, forgive me. What I was intending to do was, roll, so I'm gonna roll, the fudge die again. Here we go. Ready? I'm rolling it. Okay, plus. That's, what I believe, let me just, Wanted Fugitive. Ooh, I'm a Wanted Fugitive. I have to figure out what that crime would be. So I have Peer Underworld, Enemy, Adeptus Arbites. So I got in over my head on something and got caught, which is fun. I'm going to figure out what that is. Once I get all of my, basic bare bones, I'm going to try to work out exactly what it was that I did. But now that we have that, we can consult the chart. The other chart, the origin path chart, which is this one. Okay, so as a criminal, that Trials and Travels, which is what built-in tragic backstory do I end up with that would make that thing. So we got the Hand of War, which is terrible, ugly battle. We got press ganged, forced into service by somebody, probably Underworld, I'm guessing, some sort of smuggler in exchange for getting off the planet, or Calamity, which is, well, let's read that out of curiosity. What is Calamity? I don't have to, I know I'm not usually one to read them if I don't get them, but I'm curious. I I do try to remember these. When reaching out beyond the relative safety of the Imperium, one of the great, often underestimated danger is disaster, whether it affects an isolated colony outpost or affects a star vessel suddenly robbed of its supplies by circumstances or sabotage. Famine, plague, and other unlooked-for disasters kill the weak, can make death a mercy, and often destroy the thin veneer of civilization worn by many, revealing both the worst and best in humanity. You've seen all this and more, and perhaps were forced into desperate measures in order to survive or remain true to your honor. Regardless, you hold no illusions about what others are capable of and extremists, and have learned the hard way that sometimes a bolt shell is worth a Lord Commander's ransom, and that a starving man cannot eat gold no matter how much he has grasped. Okay. So it's a just vague, bad thing, basically. The others are more specific, but let's roll for it. Let's do it. So I'm going to put, let's do this in the margin so I don't forget. Hand of War as a plus. I'm going to put Press Ganged as minus, and then blank side will be Calamity. And we will roll this. Let's see what it brings us. You ready? Okay. What did I put as minus? Press Ganged. Okay. Okay. So we got I'm gonna say probably by a smuggler of some sort. Now we're gonna have to figure out how we met up with the thing. I am gonna have to duck out for half a second. I'm very sorry to do this to you guys. I'm very sorry I had to do that to all you guys. Hopefully nothing bad happened. That's my mask. Sorry. Boom. Okay. Whew. I'm here. Whew. Okay. Okay, it's 12:25. All right. Just checking. Time-wise, you go here for now. You got out. All right. Okay. Excellent. So Press Ganged, and I kind of suggested, I'll read it out, because I love reading the lore. It's actually really fun. Okay, so, right, we get the unwilling accomplice thing. Skilled women and men with unique and valuable talents, be they navigators or armsmen, are themselves commodities to the unscrupulous and the desperate. There are many voyages undertaken and crewed by those who have little choice in the matter, from ratings that toil under an overseer's lash in the depths of worship, to abducted astropaths and psychons of rogue trader blood, whose shackles may be made of silken threads and prison cells crafted by insidious blackmail, but are no less real for that. Although some may see such experiences as no more than part of the great game of things, you take a different view and have sworn never to be a puppet or pawn in someone else's game again. Just who you were forced into serving in the past and how you managed to escape your bondage is a secret you rarely share, but one day your captors will have cause to remember the offense they did to you and regret it. I get two little bonuses from that. One is unwilling accomplice. Thanks to your shadowed past, you have picked up some knowledge on the way that you would not normally have access to. You gain a single skill, as long as there's no prerequisites, for your character. You may also either select a single additional common lore skill or improve a common lore skill you have by one level. So, +1 skill, and then +1 common lore. Jealous freedom. Having endured captivity once, you have no intention of doing so again. You react violently toward the prospect of imprisonment or loss of freedom. You may take a willpower test to avert this, modified by provocation, the consequence, set by the GM, of succumbing to your dread. So GM gets to set who... so there's Jealous freedom. Okay. And then we pop that down 1. So that's what happened on Press Ganged. Now we go back to the chart. Hi again. I do realize that I'm still visible on camera when I pull the other screen up, but I can't see you, or I can't see the camera, so I don't know what view you have of me. Okay. So, motivation. So we got vengeance, fortune, and endurance. Motivation, here we go. Ready? We established it's this one, and I go out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Motivation. Aha. I'm getting better at figuring out the screen. So, motivation. That means that, what was I going to say? Yes, vengeance, fortune, and endurance. And then there's renown, pride, and prestige. So, basically, it's your core motivating factor of what you're trying to achieve in life, and why you exist, what your main overarching goal and character motivator is. Like at the very core of what you're trying to do with your life. Now that you're a rogue trader. And I'm going to roll for it. So, let's see. Endurance, fortune, I'm going to say plus is endurance, minus is fortune, and the O is vengeance. The blank side's vengeance. So, vengeance. Although, whether it's who it's against, we're going to have to see. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to figure out my whole criminal history. Okay, so we pop that down. Oh, yes, good. We have the dice cam already up. Got the dice. Let's roll. Or the die, rather. Single of dice is die. Blank side. Okay, that's vengeance. Alright. Okay. This should be interesting. Now, this is the most important thing. So, I will pull up this again. So, there are, the bottom rank here, it's the other one, it's this, and then we pull out, yes. The bottom, line of the chart is career path. So, basically that's, like your class in D&D. And you can go the origin path by starting with the career path you want to have if you're building a character, because obviously that's the most important, actual mechanical thing is what it dictates what your role on the ship is, what upgrades you can have. Although the DM can supersede that if you want a character advance that's not listed as part of your chart. Your DM can essentially allow you to take any of that. You have to give up experience for it though, obviously. But yeah, the way leveling up works is you gain ranks, but only by using experience points to gain advances. And when you gain an advance, you can then do whatever with it. Oh, right, that. Yeah, it'll give you new talent, new skill, higher characteristic score, which I still have to roll for this. Oh, and we have to roll for gender and sexuality. And, yeah. But I would like to know our, hopefully not an arch-militant. We already have a lot of those, although if we have 3, that would create a nice little 3-pronged setup we could have. Okay, let's do this. I might take I'm debating taking Archmillet off the table just because we already have a bunch of those on our ship, but I'm going to allow it. So, because I want this to be very random. So, Arch Militant is with a plus. Then we got, there we go. Arch Militant. Then for minus, we have Void Master. Oh no, we don't have Arch Militant as an option anyway. Sorry, went over. So we have Void Master, Explorator, or Missionary. Okay. Missionary, Void. I wonder if they'd be a missionary of the Omnisaya. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Or Explorator. So I'm gonna say. So for the plus would be a missionary. Minus would be a Void Master, and blank would be an Explorator. I'm actually curious about all of these, and let's see how this plays out. Are we ready? First thing we're going to do is take the chart down, and then I'll read the chapter about what that means and what we get from it, and then I will roll up characteristic scores, and we will go from there. Okay, first we roll the d3, and then we're going to roll on chart 1. I will bring up chart 1 once I get that set. Blank. Okay, Explorator. Okay, so we have a second Explorator. So, if they were also press-ganged into working with the Explorator fleet, probably because of criminal history, either join the fleet or face whatever punishment back on Forge World, and then and be turned over to the Eptis Arbites. So that probably was the press ganging, which would probably some tech skill that we learned. Although there could be some interesting ones we could pick. Anyway, as an unwitting accomplice, but that makes sense. So turned over to the Explorator fleet with the under penalty of being able to leave the planet. So pressed into that, but still technically wanted by the Arbites. Being an Explorator fleet gives you immunity from the Arbites, but once you leave that, you're back on the Arbites radar. So as soon as you get cut off from the fleet, and that we'll have to figure out exactly when they were cut off from the fleet. But first, we want to see if they are actually anyway, I'm gonna pop this down for a sec. I'm going to bring up my. Well, actually, let me. Nope, sorry. No, well, that's not one. We don't want that. We want this one. And then, okay, I see. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. Okay, so that is chart 1. This is my very best chart. I really like this one. So I'm gonna actually go for a D12 because I have a few. Put this plus that, but then we'll bring this in here. Okay, D12 and percentiles. So boop and boop. Okay. Here's how the system works. Well, it's right up there with it, but it's evens or odds for male or female, at least physically, sex-wise. If the die ends up cock for some reason, that means intersex, and then we can, because that I know that is a possibility over Slim. So, and then the percentile is for sexuality/gender identity. If you end up with gender identity other than cis, you have to roll again for sexuality, essentially. Basically. Yeah. That's how it goes. Usually you end up with straight people because that's how probability works. And that makes sense because a large chunk of the population is straight, even in the future. I would imagine so. That a large chunk of the population is straight. It is an innate human thing. Straightness is quite common. We are gonna boom that down. Pop. Okay. And we're gonna roll some dice. And we're gonna see how this plays out. Alright, so ooh, okay. We got some 92 is pansexual. so close to being trans, but she is indeed pansexual. Okay, so she is pansexual and female, and cis, because she avoided being... I'm probably going to say, although she's pan, she probably has a lot of butch tendencies, because she's that close to being trans. So I'm going to go with butch tendencies, but pansexual, yeah, pansexuals with mass-presenting tendencies. But identifies as female. Yeah, that's her vibe. Okay. So, cis, butch, female, butch woman, and she is pansexual. Okay. That is a thing. Alright. So we got her vibe. And uses probably she, her, maybe she, they. But yeah, we'll go with she for now. Let's pop that down. Oh, right. So now we have our, here, I'll show you the 92 as well. Like, I didn't fudge that. That's, and then the 4, which I used to that. Okay, so we got this going. Let's, let me go and find a thing. There's a thing I need to find. Name, yes, basically Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader provides a chart, another handy dandy chart, which I have copied in this one. Haha! Here, I'm going to move it, if I can find the way to move that one. No, no, it's not that one, it's this one. No, this one. Sorry, yes, there we go. Now I can move, I don't know where to move it to, but I can, okay. You know what, I'm just going to be here. Hi. And we're going to roll for a, another percentile dice. I'm going to put this back on 12, because you always put your dice on the highest side. Yep. And we're going to roll a name. I'm going to go with, archaic. We're going to roll on the archaic, thing. And we're going to see how this plays out. 72. Okay, I'll pull that to there. Yep. What is 70 on Tarvana? Okay. Tarvana it is. Tarvana. Boom. Okay, now we just get rid of this. Ta-da, I'm back. Tarvana. Okay, so we have Tarvana. She's mask-presenting, pansexual. She's a vibe. Forge World. So she grew up on a Forge World, but probably not the same Forge World as our captain, so that might actually be a thing. We're going to invent a new Forge World for her to have grown up in. Probably, I know this is weird, but I'm thinking she probably ended up working the scriptorium in the library, kind of as an assistant to the scribes, got caught smuggling data in and out for various criminal gangs, was picked up and sent with the Explorator fleet as part punishment. And then as things got ugly, oh, and she's still pissed. So the vengeance. Who does she want vengeance against? That is a question. I'm thinking the guy who turned her in. The underworld on probably a sleeper double agent for the Arbites who was working with the underworld, who turned her in because he could, and now she's pissed and she wants his head on a platter. And he might not even have actually turned her in, but she believes he turned her in, so that's going to be her vengeance. I'm just going to write this down. And criminal smuggling data in and out of library. Yeah. So she's data thief. Like, if you want to know something and you're not allowed in the library, she can sneak in and get it for you because she works there. She has the contacts, but... and then she gets caught. Okay, press ganged by Explorator fleet. and whether or not the Explorer fleet assigned her to, and she ended up working with the other Explorer we have on our ship because of that, or whether that might be up for interpretation. We're trying to fuss out the backstory. Oh, characteristics, right. So, I'm going to roll up characteristics for her real quick. And then I'm probably going to give her... Alright, she doesn't need to operate her bionic because she doesn't have it. Okay, so normally you would find characteristics before you would roll your characteristics. It suggests two options. Neither one is the one I like to use when I have players, but for right now it will work. So one is to roll the skills in order. So let me just take a sip of this real quick. Oh, that's delicious. One of them is to roll all your skills in order. So or rather, all the characteristics. So your characteristics are, there are 9. Weapon skill, which is your skill in melee weapons. Ballistic skill, which is ranged weapon skill. Strength, which is strength. Toughness, agility. Then you've got intelligence. Perception. Willpower. And fellowship. And each of them is a 2d10 plus 25. And then they get modified by all of the stuff we get based on... Yeah, like I get -5 weapon skill, but +5 intelligence. Ooh, that's nice. Bonus. What was I going to do? Oh, yes. So they say either roll them in order and just take what you get, or you can do a point allocation method, which is that'll give you slightly higher than average. What I like to do if I'm having running players through a game is let them roll 9 sets and then allocate them to the different characteristics based on what they think they want their highest to be. Kind of like most D&D player. That method seems to work for me. But okay, let me just grab another D10 real quick. Okay, apparently we only have 2 D10s in my dice tray right now, and one of them is the one that's really hard to read on camera. So that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing. Hang on. Let me pop that in. Okay, cool. So you can see it's hard to read, so you're gonna have to trust me on that. That I'm not fudging it. Okay, so I'm gonna roll up the characteristics, just the base rolls, and then, well, let's go from there. Alright, so for weapon skill, 2d10, here we go. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 25 is 27. 22. Is down to 22 because I have the -5. I'm going to cross that off so that I know I used it. Ballistic skill is, let's see, 9, 10, 11. That's 11. Plus 25 is 35, 36. Well, I have +3 to any one. -5 on fellowship. Oh, yeah, specific characteristics. Yeah, that's... Yeah, no. Okay, so... And I have another +3 that can be either intelligence or perception. So I don't have any specific for ballistics, so we're going to do 36 for now. Strength. We'll see how strong she is. Let's do it. 5 plus 11. Again, also a 36. Not bad. Toughness. Here we go. That is a 4. plus 7 is 11. Okay. Apparently she just wants 36. And 11 is pretty much average for 2d10. So this is pretty average, but below average with a melee weapon, which makes sense. Oh, here we go. 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay. That's for agility, so she's slightly dodgier than that. That's 37. Intelligence, we got an automatic plus 5. So, and if it's really low, I'll add the other plus 3 as well, but I might add that to 6. Oh, no. 6 plus 3. Okay. That's 9. Plus 25 is 34. Brings that up to, the plus 5 brings up to 39. Let me just pencil that in for now. Perception, let's see what we get. We don't get an extra plus 5, but that's 6 plus 4 is 10. That's 35. Okay. I'm going to add the plus 3 in intelligence just because that will bump us up to over 40, and that will bump the bonus up. The bonus is the 10's place. So anything that relies on that. Agility bonus is how far you can move. Toughness bonus it helps you with number of wounds. Like, you want the bonuses to be higher. So being on 39 is very frustrating, so we're going to add those. That's okay. We're going to take this plus 5 off and plus 3 to okay, yeah. So we're adding the plus 3. So that would bring that to 42. Intelligence should be our highest stat because this is what you do as an explorer. You know the mechanical creed. Okay, willpower. Let's see how this goes. 5 plus 9 is 14. Ooh, pretty good willpower, actually. That's 14 plus 25 is 35. 39 again. Okay, 39 willpower. I also get plus 3 on any one characteristic as part of that. So we're gonna see what we need in. Let's see what our fellowship is, and we get them. Okay, the minus 10 only applies on certain. 3 plus 10, that's 13. Okay, that's better than average. 25 plus 13 is 38. Okay, so we get a plus 3 to one of that. I mean, honestly, I could do. So willpower, fellowship. No, it won't bump the bonus up though. I'm gonna go with either agility, willpower, or fellowship. I'm gonna go with agility because I think it makes sense thematically, and also brings that up to 40 even. It makes sense thematically, and as to why that would be her fit for purpose. I'm gonna put this here for now. Sorry, I'm just moving a few things around. It makes sense thematically, and it will help out a lot to get the extra movement speed. So, right, that goes away. Plus 3 on any. I'll write that. Okay, yep. Alright, wounds. Okay, so it's 1d5 plus 1 plus toughness bonus. Okay, so we're going to roll the d5. So we're going to roll I'm going to roll the one that's easy to read on camera so you can see this. Roll this one. I'm going to divide by 2, round up. And, yeah, divide by 2, round up. So 9 rounds up. That's 5. That's really good. Okay, so 5 plus 1 is 6, plus the toughness bonus is 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 wounds. That's not bad. 9 wounds is good. 2 fate points, 5 insanity points, and okay. The next theory would be to catalog all my skills. Okay, so I have common lore, mechanicus, common lore, tech. Okay, so got tech, mechanicus. I don't have any. Let me go to skills, and I want to check something out because there's a what are some common lore skills we could acquire? That would be a useful thing. Oh yeah, I also get a couple to use some experience. I can bonus stuff as well. Say characteristic might go up again. Probably will go up again because the way experience points work is you start with 500 experience points and you achieve rank 1 once you've spent them. The only thing you can spend them on, other than rank 1 advantages, is bumping up your characteristic scores. And if you don't spend the full 500, you have to wait till you earn experience points, and then bump up other characteristic scores, and then you can officially be rank 1 and take rank 1 advances and stuff. But I'm going to go to skills. Let's look. Okay, Imperium, language, culture, mutation. Uh-huh. Um, okay, sorry, that was a digression that I was made. Okay, I'm going to go back up and find the... I am very sorry. I am going through the some of these things, and I do also would get a few bonuses from okay, that's boom. One up goes this. Okay, so one of the benefits of this is the PDF version is that I have a clickable table of contents. Of course, it's not as easy as skill descriptions. Okay, let's go with common lore. Command. Okay, so here we go. We got a bunch of ones we can tech. I have common lore tech, common lore mechanicus, and I can pick one more common lore as something I would have learned, or that she would have learned being press ganged. Sorry, I do create all these characters to be played by other people, presumably, because I'm probably never going to play, I might have a epic showdown with one of these characters, but I'm probably never going to actually end up playing them. But, sorry, I just need a little bit of that. So maybe, okay, so Mechanicus, I'm going to pick one more common lore skill, which is probably Adeptus Arbites. That makes sense. Okay, so got that here. Okay, we got that. We got that. Okay, we got that out of the way. Okay, so and then we got Pier Underworld and Enemy Adeptus Arbites. Okay, so we got this to work. That one's just this. We got that. Okay. I'm just keeping track of what we have transferred over. It is 1 o'clock. And I am thinking, because we don't have a lot of people in the chat, you guys wouldn't mind if I cut the stream short so I can go to bed. I have to get up early and DM tomorrow. I am... Oh, so I have to change my water before I go to bed. I did promise. Ugh. Okay. He's my streaming buddy and fish friend, and he needs clean water. So, I'm gonna do that. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, all those who did. I will, of course, probably put it up on YouTube at some point. I've been adding them slowly but surely, transferring over all of the, I might have missed some that expired and are not going to be available, so the video footage was lost forever, essentially. But most of my streams are... Oh, fudge. Yeah, my notebook is further falling apart. This was notes on the village Svedzia, and its role in the one-shot that I ended up running. But I'll have to write down at some point. Okay, thank you for coming to the stream, those who did. And my next stream is going to be at a... tomorrow at 1:30 is when my next stream is going to be. Well, actually later tonight, depending on what time zone you're in, because it's already Friday in my time zone and probably a bunch of others. Thanks for coming. I'm so sorry. I will see you all when I see you. Bye-bye. Oh, that was the wrong thing.